back with yet another video, and in this video we will be reviewing the Anastasia Beverly Hills new Sultry palette. So yeah, I got this palette from Ulta. The palette, I'm not really even sure when the palette released because I didn't see a lot of promo for this palette. A friend of mine at work, actually, she knows I love makeup, so she was like, are you gonna get the palette? And I never saw a release date. I didn't see real promo for the palette, although I did see that Anastasia did sell her company for, I think it was $3 billion. So I don't know what's going on with ABH, but yeah, I did get my hands on the palette, and like I said, I did buy it from Ulta. So if you guys are interested in the Sultry by Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, then keep on watching. Okay guys, so as I stated, I did purchase the palette from Ulta. The palette did retail for $45. I was able to walk in and get the palette straight out of the store, although the guy that works in the Ulta here in my hometown did say that they weren't even going to be releasing the palette until tomorrow, which is Sunday. However, I was able, like I said, to get my hands on it because when I went in there, when I saw that it did release, when I checked the Ulta site, they did say that we had it, so I went in and he gave it to me even though it was in the back. Now, let's just start off with this packaging. Can we just talk about the Sultry packaging? Like, this glitter packaging is everything to me. I absolutely adore it. It feels really good. You guys can kind of hear it. It kind of sounds like, there's a paper for this. It's a name for it. I can't think of what it is right now, but this is what it sounds like, what it feels like, and it actually might be what this is, what this box is in. So we are going to open up the palette, and the palette itself has that same glitter packaging, which I absolutely love. I think this might be the best packaging by far for me that ABH has put out for a palette. I don't know if this is their going out with a bang palette, because like I said in the intro, they did sell the company. I don't know why, but they did sell the company. But yeah, I absolutely love the packaging. I did go ahead and do a look with the palette. My intentions were to record the actual look and then put that out for you guys. But for whatever reason, my camera did not record me doing the look. So I'm going to have to re-record this for you and then put it out at a later date. But let's just go ahead and just talk about the colors for starters. You know, it's the standard ABH palette. It has the eyeshadow brush in here. It comes with the mirror and everything here. So yeah, it's just a standard ABH palette. It comes with 14 shades, as you know, her palettes have been coming lately. And it's a variety for me. I think it's a variety of colors. You have that one light color, which is like an orange, peachy orange type color. You have a lot of metallics, which let me just tell you, those metallics are by far so pigmented. I think these might be the most pigmented metallic colors that she's had in all of her palettes that I own. Like, just on this look alone, this gold, I actually use Steampunk, which is this really nice gold color. As you can see, they are very, very pigmented, and just by touching them, they feel really buttery. So, and that's only for the metallics. We're going to go and talk about the mattes in a minute. But as far as the metallics go, like, pigmentation is on point. The feel of them are buttery. There was a little bit of fallout as I was applying the shadow, but it wasn't anything, you know, outrageous or anything like that. But I gotta give it to her. These colors are bomb. Now, as far as the mattes go, when you swatch them, they are very drying. Like, even when as a swatch, it's coming off a little bit chalky. But when I actually applied it on my eye, there was no problems with me blending it. So even though it might look a little bit, because even, I don't know if you guys can tell, but when you're looking in the packaging or when you're looking in the pan, you can kind of see that it's a little bit chalky, but there was no problems with me blending it. And I did use a variety of brushes. I did use some Morphe brushes. I used some Sigma brushes, and I also used the ABH brush that came in the palette. But as you can see, this is birch. This is one of the lighter shades, which I actually use as my transition shade. I do think that this palette will be a palette that I will be using for like the upcoming holidays, because there are so many shimmer shades in here, metallics in here. Like the next look that I'm going to create after I recreate this one will probably be like a silver, you know, type deal, and I probably will use these three in conjunction with maybe two other colors in the palette. But I do think that you can get a lot of looks from the colors that are in here. Now, if you're more of a person that likes more matte colors, this would probably not be the palette for you, because I think that they may have, because of the glitter packaging and all of that, I think that they may have wanted this to be more focused and centered on the glitter shades. So it just depends on your preference, but I do think overall that this, in comparison to the last two that I purchased, which was the Norvina palette and what was the one before that? I think it was the one with the green packaging. No, it was the Soft Glam, but I didn't purchase the Soft Glam. So I do, but even not having the Soft Glam packaging, just by looking at it, because I felt like that Soft Glam was like a replica of maybe the Renaissance palette and maybe another one of her palettes, and they kind of just took some colors and put it in that palette to make a, you know, make a palette. I felt like I already had those colors. But with this particular palette, I don't think that I have anything ABH already that looks like this, if that makes any sense. So I think that they did a really good job with the palette. As I stated, the colors are very pigmented. This is one of the browns that was in there. Let's see, this is a gold. And even with the colors, it looks like it gathers. I don't know how to explain it, but it looks like it just kind of, you don't need much, is basically what I'm trying to say. If you put too much, I feel like it would be all over the place. Like the fallout would be horrible. And even when I just, you know, I had too much in my hand when I swatched it, when I go like this, you can kind of see, you know, you really don't need much, because a little bit of that went a very long way. Now, a lot of people are looking for like a really black matte eyeshadow, and I think that Noir, which is in here, has done that. This is a really like deep dark black, and like it's charcoal black. So I would say be careful with this one if you're using it, but if you're looking for a palette that has a really dark black matte eyeshadow, this will be the one for you. Now, if we talk about an eye look and, you know, the blenderization, which I know that's not a word, I just made it up. It is what it is. But if you want to talk about, you know, blending the eyeshadows and how they work with one another, I do think that the shadows are, there's no problem. There wasn't a problem for me with blending it, and I did use the P. Louise base. And if you've watched my videos, you know that I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the P. Louise base, because sometimes it can make the eyeshadows that you use difficult to work with. However, this was not one of those times. The shadows, they blended out really well. They were very pigmented from the beginning. I didn't have to like keep dipping into the pan, adding more eyeshadow to the look to get the vibrancy that I wanted. So that was really good, because, you know, ABH has been having some problems with her pigmentation in some of her other palettes, and there was a lot of gripe going on about it. She did listen to her people in regards to that one thing that was wrong with the palettes. I do think that she listened to her consumers, and she actually put the time in to go in and formulate these colors so that they could be as vibrant as they look in the pan. As I said about the glitters, I didn't have any issues with them showing up. I didn't have to wet my brush, and I did use a MAC flat eyeshadow brush. I didn't have to wet that brush at all. I didn't have to use much product. I just went in and I patted it, and you guys will see that I really wish that my camera would have recorded me doing the look, because it was just so effortlessly. And even in me doing the look, when I first started with the shadows, I was just like, wow. Because they were so pigmented, and I didn't have to put much effort into it. Because you know how with sometimes shadows, you, especially metallic shadows or glitter shadows, you sometimes have to keep going in order to get the payoff that you want. It went on really smooth. It went on like butter. Like, y'all, there were no issues with this application whatsoever. So having been said that, this was the look, and I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to put it out for you guys at the same time that I put out the review, but I'm going to try and have that up for you guys really, really soon. So yeah, guys, that was my quick little review on this Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. If you guys know when the palette actually released, let me know down in the description box below. Like, am I tripping? Did I just miss it? Did they not say much about it? Like, because I really, I don't know when it released. But I know I got my hands on it, and I'm glad I did get my hands on it. So if you are able to go out and get it, and if you like shimmer shades and you like metallics, then I would recommend this palette. Again, it did retail for $45. I purchased it from Ulta, and the good thing about it was that I actually got the palette for free because I had so many Ulta points. I got the palette for free, so that was really dope in itself. But yeah, guys, so yeah, if you guys are interested in this hair, the video will be up on Monday. Everything about the hair, how I install it, and all of that good stuff, so be on the lookout for that. If you have not seen any of my previous videos, go ahead and hit that button and check those out. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And make sure that you turn on that notification bell, because y'all know YouTube be tripping. So go ahead and turn that notification bell on. And in the meantime, in between time, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.